If you're accessing our podcast through any of our providers, Stitcher, iTunes, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or Spreaker, please subscribe so you can get a notification when we make new ones available. If you'd like to listen to any old podcasts or get a copy of our book, Real-Esteem, Finding Your Identity in Christ, please visit us at enith.com, EYNIITH.com. It's very easy for us to come up with our own structure, our own order, our own direction. It's very easy for us to follow what we feel, being led by our emotions or our feelings, allowing ourselves to kind of just wander and flow through life thinking that everything's just supposed to go a certain way without us calling out for help or asking for guidance. You know, even a child learning how to walk needs the parent or some adult to hold their hands while they're strengthening their legs to stand. The same applies for us in situations that we've never encountered before. We always need guidance. And if you're someone who thinks you don't need guidance, you need to go back and think about just you can think about your upbringing, your entire life. Somewhere along the line, somebody guided you in the right direction or helped you out in a circumstance to accomplish a goal or to complete a project or to get access to help or a job or whatever. You had support, you had help somewhere, and you had guidance. You had somebody who gave you a tip, who gave you some knowledge, who gave you some understanding that would help you to get to where you are today. And you have to have that guidance to make it in life. If you refuse or reject it every time it comes offered to you, then you're going to have a lot of trouble in life. You're going to miss many opportunities that the guidance was actually sent to help you get to those opportunities. So in Proverbs 3:5-6, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll make straight your paths." Psalms 32:8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way that you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you." We have to let God lead us and guide us. You know, we can sing the songs all day, but when the rubber meets the road and we have to actually put works to our faith, then we have to listen for God to tell us what we need to do next. And when he tells us, we need to follow through. It's very difficult because people in general, we're naturally stubborn. We're naturally against following instructions immediately. I mean, I know there's some people who are very good at just following directions. They just do what they're supposed to do. I just don't believe everybody's like that, though. In Isaiah 30:21, it says, "And your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it,' when you turn to the right or when you turn to the left." So God's going to guide us. He's going to tell us what we need to do, what we need to say, how we need to react in certain circumstances. He's going to teach us. But we have to be not only a good listener, but we have to follow those directions, because in that process, you're learning and growing in a way that's going to help you handle bigger situations that you're going to face in life. Don't think that life's going to come and you're never going to have opposition or persecution or issues that will seem insurmountable to you. That's going to happen. You're going to have situations that you are just inept. You are not ready and prepared to handle. You need guidance from God when that time comes, and you need his back, his support. You need him behind you. You need him backing you. You need him to be able to tell you what is your next move, your next step. So like in Isaiah 30:21 says, "And your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" So all you have to do is listen very carefully and let God guide you. Psalms 119:105, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Don't allow people's opinions, ulterior motives. Don't let everyone else lead and guide you before you've checked with God to see where you need to go. If you're really getting close to God, if you're really finding out how to walk with God as far as your life is concerned, in that process, God will show you what you need to do. He will tell you prior to a circumstance occurring. And anybody that's trying to lead you astray, you'll kind of know, because there'll be people who confirm what God already said. And then there'll be others who you can see are trying to be contrary or to point you in a direction that's not the way that you should go. Now, on the flip side, we can also make terrible decisions and go the wrong direction on purpose because we don't desire what comes with the direction that we're going in. A lot of times we know what may be coming if we go down a certain path, and we just don't want to deal with it, whether it's procrastination, whether it's just flat out fear, whether it's not wanting to give credit or to allow God to guide you. That's all on us. Jonah had to find out the hard way that his choice was, he heard what God said, but his choice was to go to Tarshish. So he chose to go the opposite direction that he was supposed to go when he was given guidance on what to do next. And he didn't follow those directions, and he ended up on a boat, which ended up being torn apart because he didn't follow directions. So it's so important that we take guidance seriously. We listen, and it's not about how you feel. It's about your destiny and where you're going in life. And you never will get there. You will never get there if you do not follow God and do his work. If you allow him to guide you, you'll get there, and you'll be glad you did. I hope you got something out of this today. Be blessed. Grace and peace.